Hey folks, what's going on? Welcome to Coach Gav Live episode 94 with me, your host Coach Gav from Kildare Strength and Fitness. So, I was going through today's routine with everyone. We're doing some a complex, so piecing all of the exercises back together in a nice flowy fashion using the one piece of equipment, which is obviously super beneficial because then, it's really good because say if you're short on equipment, you can still get a full, effective, efficient workout in without. Right, so my front problems up. Oh, okay. So what I want to do is I want to show how. I want to show you what the program. You know I've not done these in a while because it's not flowing too freely. So I'm going to show you today's routine. I'm going to show you how we mix and match it, and then how the benefit works off of that. So, right, let's flip this 2 seconds. Sweet. Okay, so that's what we did today. We did shoulder press, bicep curl, rows, floor press, and push-ups. Now you'll see there's a green column for the minimum, the blue column for the aim, and an orange column for the max. The reason why that is here is because we're using one piece of equipment. So how strong someone is with their shoulder press will differ. It'll be less than your row and a little less than your floor press, and it'll be around the same as your curl, maybe slightly higher. So everyone's doing 4 rounds, and the name of the game, why is that acting so fucking weird? Anyways, so the name of the game here was, they would start off their first round, they would try and do in between the green and the blue, so they had a minimum, and then their aim, and then working through it. When it came to their second round, they were working between the blue column and then the orange column, and then their third round, we would increase the weight if we could, and then we went back, so because the weight went up, their target came back down again, and then so again their first round was working in here, their second round was working in here, their third round we went up in the weight and then came back here again. Now, but that being said, if in round 3 this is going well, we would wiggle all the way up, and then round 4 the aim was to go as high up the scale as we can. Now, right back to me. So, what we're saying though about the whole flexibility side of it is that, you know, because see, everything was like numerical, even numbers, so 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, okay? But I was saying to some of the guys here, I said, if you do 6, and you're able to do a 7th, do a 7th, but if the 8 isn't there, like the 8 rep isn't there, then don't force it. But at the same time, don't, because like, oh, well, I've done 6, I can't do 8, so I'm not going to bother doing 7. Do 7, do the most you can. So see here where, again, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If your aim is, okay, well, I have to do 6, I did that, perfect. And literally, once you hit your minimum, it's 1 by 1 after that. So, do a 7, perfect. Do an 8, cool. Do a 9, yeah, oh, the 10th wasn't there, that's cool, that's no worries. On your next exercise or whatever, or a different thing, you know, you do a 6th, cool, the 7th was there, the 8th wasn't there, 9th and 10th obviously weren't there. I've lost a little of that marker, haven't I? Yeah, that's probably an after video discussion, but let's get back to the topic at hand here. So, but with that, you know, how does that idea from a training program carry over into your life? You know, oh well, I can't pay off all my bill at once, so I'm not going to bother paying off any of it. That's fucking stupid. Oh, I can't eat 100% perfectly, so I'm just not going to fucking bother training at all. That's also fucking stupid. Oh, I can't improve all of my football skills immediately, so fuck that, I'm not going to try. Or, I can't bring my girlfriend or my boyfriend or my kids or my partner or go and by myself to this holiday, that event, this trip, this anything like that. Oh, I can't do that, so I'm not going to bother doing anything at all. Your lack of flexibility to pivot and move and to not change your goal, but maybe change a part of the process is hugely it. And like I said, you know, school grades, you know, oh, I can't get an A, so I'm not going to bother trying to improve my grades at all. Or, you know, the Irish mindset that Asher, what's the point? Absolutely there's a point. If you do 6, awesome. And the more often you go above the minimum, gives you greater odds of achieving the max in life. Now let me translate that a little bit more. The more times we go above our minimum effort on a daily basis in terms of looking after our health, looking after our mindset, our physical health, our mental health, our emotional health, the relationships in our life, our financial situations, our career prospects, our sporting performance, our financial situation, our relationships in life. The more we go above the minimum means there's a greater chance we achieve that above average, kind of our true potential or our peak potential as we go along. I've lofty goals. I've business goals for the gym, obviously. I've financial goals for it. That at the end of the year, I want to be turning over X. It's a fairly simple business goal. And then at the moment, I'm earning X, and I know what the gap is, and it is a big gap. It's a good gap. But when I break it down into what I have to do on a weekly, monthly, daily basis, it's far less scarier. So just because I can't go from this goal to that prize immediately doesn't mean that I don't make the effort as I go along. And so many of us are at this point with any goal. We're at this point here, we want to get to that point there, but we're not fucking willing to do the work along the way to get there. We're not willing, so we're at the minimum, or we're below the minimum, and we're just not willing to put in the effort because our pride gets in our way. We don't have the foresight, we don't have the insight, the cop on to realise that at all. So that, folks, is how your lack of flexibility, and when you do go training, don't get me wrong, there's some days that we are here where you have to hit X reps. Actually, the more there isn't, we have a range on it, and depending how, myself and Marco here, just been real bed up after football at the weekend, and I got fantastically sunburned. If you've seen on Instagram, you've seen it. I don't think I'm still kind of 2 different colours here and here, but I've just been drained all week, and Mark's a little under the weather at the moment. So we just modified training. So we had Mark was in yesterday. I had a plan on what I wanted him to do. I saw how he was feeling, and I adjusted it down. Same for myself all week. I've not been feeling great, so I've not done my usual week's training, but I've been more active, and I have done some training every day. So just because I can't hit my max or my usual or my aim, doesn't mean I piss it all away and I do nothing. I've not done a grocery shop this week, so I'm just picking up whatever's in the house. That doesn't mean that it's a free-for-all and I lose it. So don't be so inflexible that you're shooting yourself in the foot. If you go to the gym and, okay, you have a plan, but if you're feeling shit, modify it a little bit. And by the same token, if you have a plan and I'm not feeling fucking great, like you saw what I was saying about how on the last round, where there's also a max, where that if the person took the weight, oh yeah, did the minimum, felt good, did the aim, oh yeah, felt good, I'm feeling really good, I'm going to go beyond it again, I'm going to push myself, I'm going to test myself, I'm going to see where my potential is at. That's how you're going to go and do it. And it's only by making that effort and by not holding back and by not being a lazy motherfucker that you're going to get anywhere in life. Simple as that. Speaking of getting anywhere, I'm going to get off. I'm going to collect my little girl. Got her early today because the national schools are off. Jackpot. One last thing, I'm going to fucking beat this one to death. I am taking on one-on-one clients again as part of our Unbeatable program. So I'm taking on 10, well I'm not taking on, I'm going to open up 10 spots. You'll see a post that's pinned. It'll be just above this one on Facebook. All the information is in there. It's a ridiculously cheap investment for what you're getting. It's a 90-day program. I'm going to go through with you what I go through myself and a system that I've modified and sampled and has been inspired by what I'm doing with Morty over in the UK and what we're doing here with our people. So again, it's we're going to run our first block as like a bit of a beta test. So we're going to kind of just, I'm 99% that I know how it's going to work. I just need to kind of see when we start implementing it on a bigger than normal scale where it's at. Also for secondary schools in the area, I am looking at getting into other schools for our TY version of Unbeatable Teens. So if you have connections or you're involved in it, please help me out. Just put me in touch with people. That's all I need to do. Let me get in the door and I'm good to go from there. See you all soon. Good luck.